Alright guys, so there's been several talks. We all know that there's some issues with the rudder on the Sea Ghost slipping when it's in down position. And I just saw a post on somebody asking if the spring can be reversed, and so I figured I'd give it a shot and let you see how it goes. Alright, so spring tension release and reversal. So right now I have the spring and rudder set up like it comes stock. Tension closes it. You need to pull on the rope to open it. So I've taken out the spring here already, so be careful when the tension is in there. The best way to take off the tension is slowly pull this back, and this whole knob will spin with the spring until it loses tension. Once you've done that, just pull this piece out. You can slide the whole rudder. So here's how the spring works. Again, when you're in there, it is wound tight, compresses, and that forces the rudder back up. So what we need to do, we can't really make it bigger because it'll damage the spring, and it's not meant to spring that way. So we will pull it out. It's just held by a pin here. So it starts off with like this. We're actually just going to flip it, and now just by doing that easy flip, the way we wind it is reversed. So now we can have it spring loaded down, and then we pull the rope to have it up, which in my case I normally run with the rudder down, so this will be less tension on the spring if it's its natural state in a down position. So we'll just reinstall it. Slide it in with the spring to your left. We will line it up, and we'll just feed the cap, twist it a little bit till it fits in, and there. So now we're actually, there it is. As we have more tension, it gets dropped down. So we want this natural lie to be in the down position. So we're going to reassemble. Put my washer in here to keep the pin from popping out. Give it a little more tension. Let me show you how this goes. We're just going to pop the pin and bend that back. I have thought even getting a pin like this to put through here, but for right now we'll just use this. I'm actually going to clamp on mine a little bit, get it nice and tight, that way it's not coming out. So there we go. Right now the rudder is in its natural position, in the down position. When it comes up, spring assisted down, and I'll actually come back and put a little more tension. That way from the flow of water and stuff, it's not being pushed up. And that way there's more tension keeping it down. So how about that? Now we're just going to turn. You can see you have these knobs here that line up with these holes. So we'll just turn it a little bit to where there's a little more tension, so that the flow of the current won't push the rudder back. that next setting. There we go. Now we have good tension. Likelihood of the water pulling it back is minimal. Even if it does a little bit, it's not going to pull too far back. Next time I get on the water, if I decide I need to get the tension more, we can easily do that through the same process. So I'm just going to put my pin back in my washer and secure everything. So now we're just going to reconnect our string. Again, we're going to actually go over the top this time, so when we pull on the string, it pulls that tension and comes back. Alright, so I have the tension, the spring reversed, so the tension now is on the way down. It says, so I have to pull the rope to get the anchor up. We have hollowed out, opened up this section, so I'm going to show you how that works now with the pedals. I have my rudder rope fed through the back side instead of the front side. What this allows is when I go full, it'll pull a lot closer, so I can get a full or a lot sharper turn. If the rope was coming straight in here, that's about as far as I could turn the rudder. But with this one, I can actually get a full turn like that. And that's the other pedal is fully extended at this one. It took me a little bit of tweaking, but I like it. And as you can see, I can get a pretty sharp turn out of it. So I love the way that turned out and how it works.